Hello again, it's Joey John Maguire. I'm in my favourite local watering hole. That's the Broadway Bar in Fulham Broadway. That's on Fulham Road, Fulham, London, Southwest 6. That would be United Kingdom. I'm about to recite my latest offering on this beautiful day, Grand National Day in UK. I think it's the most famous race in the world. Run at Aintree. But not being a gambler, I doubt very much whether or not I will have a little flutter. We'll see. I'm about to recite my latest offering in my new book. The main theme of the book will be Brexit, and this is called All Those for Brexit Say Aye. Too young to vote, though politically aware, I remember well back then with the case for in equally argued with the will to stay out in the halls and bars up and down the land. Political and social debate bandied about freely with all our thoughts honed into the biggest decision that we would all make in our lifetimes, so we were informed. Not many could have mustered or displayed a strong enough resentment to the idea, at least, being as Europe was on our doorstep, a stone's throw away, so as to speak, our allies and closest neighbours. At the time, who in their right mind could justify turning our backs on such rich pickings, a common market full to the brim with opportunities for all, and I, for one, said aye. It was understandable, not long since our nation, having been on the brink of bankruptcy and the welts of austerity still weeping from the pain of war, the vote was a no-brainer, and our nation voted in. How things can change, how time and circumstance can sway, change course in a fleeting moment to present us at this juncture, where we have reached the tipping point of tolerance, with political opinions and the world caught off balance to such an extent that the masses are ready to say out. It's difficult to believe how, before this journey began, anyone could contemplate giving up our heritage, throwing away our independence that men and women fought and died for over countless generations. How, at the drop of a hat, we could kiss goodbye to our quaint way of life and traditions, to join and be administrated by a rabble of losers, a borderless state without boundaries, bogged down with bureaucracy, constantly at each other's throats in a constant game of one-upmanship, a union of political dogma on the everyday verge of grinding to a halt, constantly threatening to self-implode. We have terror on every lost frontier, terrorists living within, our long-term futures challenged like never before, without even the promise of a bright tomorrow. We are on a hands-tied, topsy-turvy ride to disaster, spinning out of control, which is why I write today to make clear my intentions that for me it is time to go. Across the nation there are many living in cloud cuckoo land, many who are undecided, and it is to them that I say, forget the lies and deceit, the constant drivel being spewed out by the major players and parties. It's all carefully designed propaganda, dished out to fool the minions, dressed to please and garnished with fear. We were once a great empire, spanning the world over, respected by all. It was the threat of isolation and fear of poverty that drove us into this monstrous union. when for a moment in history we lost the backbone that held our heads high. Together, with dogged determination, we can all be part of a great nation again. All have the freedoms to follow our aspirations without interference from them. Our destinies held in our own hands. So I say to you all, don't listen to the scaremongering. Make your own decisions. Come to your senses and take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to think with your heads. Vote with your hearts, jump with both feet, and be proud to be British again. God save the Queen.